Good morning, everyone. Hey, welcome back to Monster Train. So I said we would do another daily run, and then ideally in another video we're going to show the Hell Rush as well. So today we're going to hit the daily challenge. I haven't even looked at it yet. So we're going in fresh all together, and we're going to see how we do. Looks like today we're dealing with the Umbras, which are the Gougers, so they like to eat the little minions, and then Melting Remnant, which are the candles, which means they have burnout and they disappear over time. Looks like people being in pretty decent scores. Our mutators for the day is we're going to have +2 blips on each floor, which means we can play higher cost troops or more low cost troops on there. We're going to have 8 dead cards in our deck, but it looks like we can pay them for 3 resources to purge them out of the deck to get rid of them, so that's something we'll have to work on throughout the run. And we're going to have Brawl, which means our friendly units get a little bit more attack and health, and our Pyro is stronger. So this actually makes it a little easier, which I'm assuming is why we're seeing higher scores. But we're going to take a look and see how it goes. The more I play with the candles, the less of a fan I am. I haven't won or defeated a lot of these challenges with those candles, but we're going to do the best we can here. Hope everyone's having a great day. Thanks for tuning in, giving the video a check. Giving the video a watch, sorry. So we've got Packed Morsels, which is a consume to get 3 uncommon or rare morsels. Pretty standard, pretty good. Descend a unit, which means I can take a unit that I couldn't kill and drop it back down. I can also drop one of my units to save them, which means playing units higher might be something we can look forward to. And then applying a damage shield, and we get the morsels. Okay. Okay. So we get our champion. Which champion do we got? So we've got 45 damage and trample. Trample means that any damage left over after hitting the first target will continue to the second target. It's pretty good. Also, the trample monsters can ramp up pretty quickly. It does add another cost to him, so he becomes a 4 cost for the row. But given the fact that we know our challenges, there's already +2 on the road. Pretty good. Lifesteal 2 is not a bad thing to have. Plus, I like the Gorge effect on him. However, I feel like the trample with high damage early on is going to be very important for these runs, so we're going to go that route. Having more card draw on these runs is always helpful, so we're going to grab the card draw relic. And our first guy, enemies enter with spikes. Everybody's going to have spikes. So again with the daily challenges, you pretty much want to turn on all the bonuses, or there's really no chance you're going to make the high score. Because I guarantee you everyone at the high score has done it with all those challenges, so. So we can play him for free, but he's going to take 7 damage, plus he's going to hit back 3 damage. So it's 10 damage he's going to take this turn. But we can play him, and then we can go ahead and purge, and that gets one of the 8 out. Now there's 7 more of those to deal with. But doing that now gets rid of a target already. So that kills him. That kills him. And that... Sending a unit doesn't help. I mean, I guess I could. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to descend this guy back down so that I can get the bonus gold. I don't know if that's the best play I had there, but to get the gold, that's what we're going to go for. He dies. He doesn't. I think we purge. That takes care of 2 of those. Going to get our dude some more health. That kills him. Give our dude a damage shield. And we can give our dude lifesteal for next turn, which will all be helpful. So again, here you can see boss is already dead. So because of the lifesteal, we've bought enough time that we're going to kill him before he can kill our dude, which means we're going to use this turn as another turn that we can purge for free And now we're down to 6 of those fearless. So we're going to take this opportunity to go ahead and get the purge going, which is the best play I feel like we had there. So we killed him on the first row, so you see we get a 3-turn bonus. We also get the trial bonus, so again we ended up with a 180 or 1,800 score bonus there, total score. Lifesteal is not a bad option. Adding more blips is not a bad option either, but again, we have 2 already. I'm going to take the Immortal because I feel like I can make use of that. Again, if I can find a path that doesn't use these candles, I kind of want to. I really don't like the burnout effects. Most likely probably because I'm just not very good at playing around them, but I feel like I get shot in the foot every time I try to go hard into candles. So we can upgrade our magic, which really we don't have any like crazy magic that we can upgrade. 75 gold as well, or we can go upgrade our troops. So I think we're gonna go this way. We're gonna check the remnant troops. I don't think we're gonna take anything here. In case we do end up with the candle that we need to keep going, we're gonna go ahead and grab Lady of the Reform. She is also very tanky. We can give something quick. I guess we'll give her 10 more health. We don't really have anything we want to quick yet, I don't feel. See, multi-strike I do want. So giving her multi-strike I feel like isn't bad because now it's 20 times 2. So we'll take that for now. That's not going to be helpful, and we're going to save gold. We're not going to waste any more gold because I don't feel like these are the units we want to upgrade. But giving her, again, it only makes her a 40 damage unit, but it's a 40 damage unit for two investments. And because of trample, that lets me clear the entire row. So it's not bad. We can make that work. We're going to go ahead and sacrifice him to get that for the gold, and we're going to go ahead and take this time to purge, which means we're now down one more purge thing, which means now we're down to 5 more to get rid of. We have no units. We're on a brief respite already. We're going to go ahead and take this one. Now we're down to 4. So he only takes 175. If I give her lifesteal though, yeah, now it's already over. Unfortunately, we didn't draw anything we can purge, but when we play our third card, we get to draw 2. So we're going to play our 2 zeros. That's going to let us draw, and now we can purge. Fantastic. Super helpful. So by giving her lifesteal, she pretty much full heals herself, which buys enough time to let our monster in the back with trample just plow through and finish that wave pretty easily. 3-turn rush, trial bonus. So again, we killed him the first row, first turn he came out. That's exactly what you want to do in terms of getting the best score. Damage shields are pretty good. Adding blips for free is pretty good. I'm going to try Mind Collapse just because I've never used it, and I want to see if I can make it work. So here's our draft, which is the Burnout Multi-Strike. So he's a good unit because I can buff him up pretty big, and using him with the other person will keep him from burning out, which I think is really good. So this guy, every time he eats one of the morsels, he gains 5 health. So he's another tanky unit, which is not a bad thing. really care about that. The damage shit on this guy is interesting. This one, I'm gonna skip it because I feel like it's not going the route that I'm going with. Having a tank is good, but because he only gets, like, when you get to the final phase, he can only eat once anyway, like, because then the turn goes back and forth, so it's such a limited effect that I think in other runs I've given that too much value. So I'm going to try the artifact route this time. Cards against you, I think, yes, so we're going to see if we can keep our consume cards. I feel like that's great. We haven't taken any damage, so the heal's kind of wasted, but again, more candle unit. I think at this point we want to keep our deck low so we can draw predictably, versus at a lot of the runs I make my deck way too big too fast and it ends up hurting me. Again, landscape. Fallen soldiers are both sides. So we can salvage something from this ancient fight. We get a sword, purge, piercing, deals 10x damage to the enemy unit, so right now about 30 to 40 damage. Shield, which gives 3 times the damage shield, or just kill a non-boss unit. I'm interested in the shield. I'm interested in the skull. I feel like the skull can stop us from taking pyre damage, but I feel like the shield could win us a boss fight that we might otherwise lose. So we're going to take the shield and try to not use it until we need to. Sorry, I almost opened my drink. I was like, I'm doing a recording for less than an hour. I can wait until I open my drink and cause stupid audio on the mic. I apologize a little bit there. Alright, so the next fight. So this is the first fight of the 3 bosses, which means this guy will be flying outside the train each wave. So ideally, if we can do extra damage to him while he's out here, it'll do a lot for us. But it also means that we have the bomb damage to take this turn as well. Just gonna take 43 damage. But I can chump. Right, because this makes him take 64 damage this turn. Morsels can't eat themselves, so we're going to throw him up there just in case we need to. And that made him take some damage, which we'll like. So we don't want to lose her, so we're going to go ahead and give her damage shield. Putting a unit up there means it's just going to take damage for no reason. We're going to start setting up a soldier here so we can hit him when he's on the 2nd floor. So that's what we're going to do there. So anything that gives him more attack is kind of what we're looking for right now. We lost our tank. We're going to try to keep this guy from taking a bunch of damage. He's got burnout 7, which is pretty good for burnout's sake. This is just going to give us some more damage on the boss. Once again, I'm just prepping to place a unit at the top row to buff it, so if he comes back to the top, I can get some more damage through. Oh, that's a lot of health. So we can deal 9 damage, but it's not going to kill anything. and then we're out of mana. But we don't really have anything else we can play for mana anyway. Oh, and it's only to a enemy unit. Okay, so that's why I thought this said all enemy units, so that's why you don't take Mind Collapse. It's not that great of a card. So we're gonna take this turn to Purge. Get that out of the deck. These guys are already good, but we're gonna go ahead and just hold on. If he comes back to the top, and if we have him ready there and buffed, he'll have one more turn, but if he doesn't come there, then it's a waste. So I'm going to say we're not going to do that. Oh wow, I was not paying attention to the damage my hero was going to take there. We took a lot of damage that we did not want to take. We're just gonna let the morsels attack up there. Give that man some damage shield. So now I'm not as confident that I'm going to get through. He's still got quite a lot of hit points, and my big hitters I lost, and I don't have any of the cards that reform. So we've actually made quite a few errors here. And unfortunately we didn't kill him before the final wave either. So he will fall, he will fall. We are going to lose. He's only going to take 1 damage, he's fine. So we want to keep him alive for the 4 turns. Which means we're going to put the 2-turn blockers here. We're going to get some morsels going. We're going to give him... Again, we're just going to start stacking on some more 172. We only have 4 turns of damage here. We're going to play 2 of these. We're going to give him 6 turns of immunity. And that way, he's going to take 240 damage from that. So unfortunately, we're going to lose the bonus from killing him at the bottom row. He's going to make it up 1 row. But hopefully, we'll definitely be able to clear him out before he gets to the tower, is what we're hoping for at this point. So we're going to damage shield our main guy. We're going to give him this, so he'll gain lifesteal. And we can technically give him another blocker who will take 2 hits. We're going to do that. And then we're going to give him lifesteal during those turns as well, so he'll heal himself. And that will kill the boss. So we saved our unit that was our best bet at that time, doing 27, and we gave him lifesteal, so he healed himself, and that bought him enough time to kill the boss for us. Spike Shroud, no. The soul thing is interesting. If you put Endless on them, you can keep them cycling quick enough, but again, I don't feel like it's predictable enough to finish a fight. We're not going to take any of those. So I do like the Morsel Maker because it guarantees 2 morsels every turn. And I think we go more energy. Even though we already have +2, we're probably going to go +1 more blip across the board for the next one, but we'll see. So here we get to duplicate a card in our deck. Here we get to remove 2 cards, upgrade spells. I think we're going this way. We'll take the gold. We'll check. So this alloy construct, it seems good in theory. The problem is that I don't have any way of giving him fuel unless he eats. So the first turn he's out, he's dead in the water. He also has to stay the first unit. I don't know. I'm going to see if I can make him work, and I'm probably going to regret that. I always have troubles with that guy making him cooperate. Like, I always run into snares with him. Out of everything here, the one thing that I really want to duplicate would be my Lady of the Reformed. Even that might be making the deck too big, but... So once again here, I'm just going to go bigger trample. I feel like having just that beast able to plow through things becomes very helpful. It just makes a lot of everything else I'm trying to do less of an issue. And we are getting bigger tank units to kind of like hold the front for him, hopefully. We'll see. So this guy's weird. So this one here has haste. Haste means if I don't kill this row at the bottom floor, they're going straight to the top. So we want to kill as many of those as we can. So we're going to set up those there. I'm going to set this guy here to start making those, and we're going to have them buff this guard. And we're going to call it there. So I'm pretty much just setting up for all the different turns we're going to take. I'm giving it time to start buffing this soldier every turn. And then the other part is we're going to... So now instead I'm putting this guy in the front, and he'll already have 2 things to eat every turn, give him fuel, which is perfect for the second row. We're going to not play her because I want to save her to be able to put her here when she dies, which looks like it's going to be this turn because I can't put anything there to fix it. I could start setting up morsels on the top floor and give something there for them to buff. And we'll start buffing that just in case something gets through the bottom. Sorry, I'm trying to keep my train of... I'm trying to explain my actions as I take them, but I'm also trying to move a little quickly. Because I don't want this to be like a 3-hour video because I'm trying to overthink each play. We're just going to give him another tank for a second. So again, he's just there to eat the damage to stop our guy from taking the damage. But we definitely need some more damage up here, so we're going to get that going. That way he doesn't die. So in this case, I'm going to just kill this back unit because now these guys have to go to floor 2. I'm going to use him just to tank the damage they're dealing and stop the damage. I'm going to go ahead and let him... I'm going to let this guy help clean up the mess up here. And we're going to add that to give damage shield to him. So next turn the boss comes out, so we want to set up for that. So we're going to go ahead and put our big tank down here. We're going to give her damage shield. He's dead. And then the top we're just going to set up. Keep getting buffs on this guy. Alright, and we got it. So he already falls there. We're going to go ahead and give her damage shield. Doesn't matter. But he will fall, so will that. and they'll be done with this crap. So floor 4, we got our first turn kill on final phase, which is good. Again, I wish we could have done a little better on the 3rd floor boss. We still got to figure out a way to get a little more damage for the next few floors, especially if I want to be able to kill it in the air. So hopefully we'll find an option to do that here soon. Void Binding, again, can really help finish a fight. The host I'm actually not opposed to, because it generates more blockers. Like, it's a very good chump card. But we're at 24. I think I'm going to take that and try to make it work, because I do like that it summons 2 more units to take a hit. So it's a very good in terms of like a card that can eat damage a turn. So purge 2 cards from the deck, upgrade spells. Ideally we want to upgrade units if we can. Endless, so we're going to put Endless on our little draft guy. And we're going to try giving him as much damage as we can. We're going to go ahead and give this guy extra damage. We don't want to add burnout to anything. I mean, I could make him a burnout too, but it doesn't really give him that much attack. So I'm not really a big fan of that. Technically, there's a combo where you put Endless and Burnout on your host, so even if it doesn't die, it's re-rolling into 2 drafts every turn. There we go. So this makes this a 30 times 2, so that's a 60 damage unit. And now we've got a 50 times 2 there. So I'll go ahead and make our Morsel Maker a little more beefy as well. We'll heal even though we haven't taken any damage yet. What do we salvage from the train yard? So we have this, which lets us to send a unit to the bottom floor and daze them, or a hook, which is to ascend a unit to the top floor and daze them as well. Actually, this goes to the Pyre, so that's our Pyre kill something for us. The Pyre is doing 40 damage to swing, so basically anything with under 120 health gets killed. It also, because of our trinket, there's a 50% chance that it goes back into the deck, so we can do it multiple times per combat in theory. So we'll try that. So we're a little over the halfway mark going through it. So now our enemies get 15 armor. We get an extra 150 gold if we can beat it. Next phase is the one we'll have the boss inside the train again. So we're going to do the same thing we've been doing. We're going to let our big guy cleave through a bunch of it. We're going to let her take the initial hits. Do what tanks do best. I'm going to go ahead and set him up on this floor. I wish I had the 1 more energy to get her going. That would be great, but I don't. 3 damage isn't enough to kill anything, so we're going to let that go. So I'm going to go ahead and just, because I want the gold, I'm just going to do this. And boom, I get gold. And I don't have to worry about it. There's nothing else I really want to play right now, so we're kind of just going to let this go. They're going to take out Our Lady, but again, I can't do anything about that in this situation. Because I need, that's what I'm saying, next boss stage, I need to upgrade blips, because I need to get another blip there. So at this point, I don't want him to take a bunch of damage. So we're going to do that. We're also going to use one of the stewards to block the damage for us. Finally, we get some morsels for our dude up here to eat. A little too late, but that's okay. And yeah, I can't stop him from taking the damage either. I mean, I can if I put something that's going to die. So I'm sacrificing the steward, so it will die. He'll still eat, and that'll get him online after the turn. Other than that, we're just going to get some morsels ready to go on this top floor, and we're going to buff a unit with them in a second. Alright, we got a lot of cleanup to do. He's trying to take 24 damage. We don't like that. We can descend a unit. They need a unit to take that. Not really take it, but... So we're going to do it here. Let those two die. He'll get the buffs from there. He's ready just to murder. So I'm going to put him in the front because he's endless. He's going to come back every turn. So he's going to eat the damage, and he's going to add damage to let me cleave through some more, which is good. We're going to keep feeding our guy here. Unfortunately, I still don't have enough damage, so maybe I should have descended him, because we are going to lose score now because of my decision not to make sure that I either moved him down or killed him. I forgot that that guy's got 100 hit points. So unfortunately, we're taking a ton of tower damage, and I can't afford for that to happen again. So I've got to keep that in mind. Like, so he dies, he's fine. We have to do more damage to this row, so we're going to chuck him back there to help with that. We're going to go ahead and get our tank here for him for the next turn, which is going to be the boss phase. Everything here is going to die, but I can stop him from taking some damage. Some more food for him. He's going to burn out anyway, but he kills that before he goes, which is great. And we're good. I'm sad that I took the pyro damage. I feel like there was an answer. I feel like I can't remember what was in the hand, but I guarantee you there was probably a way there I could not have taken that tower damage, which 100% is what I should have done. So that's on me. We definitely give damage shield to her. So now he's taking 170. Is there anything else I can do? Morsel Maker here. He'll burn out but come back. So we're pretty much just prepping the second floor because it looks like we're not going to be able to kill him on floor 1. But we will do 170 damage and kill his little guy. I'm surprised. I'm assuming she's going to burn out before he gets through everything. So this is one of those cases where, I don't know, we'll see. I'm curious why only 170 damage. Because she should have a bunch of damage shields. Plus, I thought I gave her life steal, but maybe I didn't have the life steal for her. Yeah, I didn't have the life steal. That's my mistake. It doesn't help that this guy's doing 9 times 5 damage. Like, he will just kill whatever's in the front. He's taking 200. I think I lose here. Like, I think overall, I think I've lost. Because, like, I don't know how you stop a 9 times 5 guy. Like, you need so much damage ready just to smash him from the back, and I just don't have any type of damage like that. Getting him down would be super helpful, but we can't really do that. So much damage. That is ridiculous. Hurts. I thought that was going to be the case, that you wouldn't be able to do that. I was just very curious. Oh, because he burns out, so it doesn't... So again, this is one of those scenarios where, once again, the burnout makes me lose. And that's why I hate candles. I hate candles because they're so one-turn based for bosses. They're just useless. I hate the candle. Well, we tried. So that is going to be the end of this run, guys. So as you see, unfortunately, I don't make it every day. It is a learning exercise. I'm assuming that I should have held out, kept my deck a little thinner. I assume that my goal is I should have had a way to get multi-strike higher, or did the damage higher on the multi-strike unit. We'll go back really quick and take a quick look at what the top units did and what their end deck looked like. Now, it's hard to gauge. It's weird that I'm 910. I feel like... I guess so. I guess a lot of people did struggle with this one. If I'm halfway up the tree with a run that failed that hard, I don't know. Maybe it was just a hard day. But I do want to take a look at the deck that did beat it at the top score. Just kind of see like what they ended up with. So it looks like they went Lifesteal and Trample. I'm gonna say no. Something about this looks wrong. I'm gonna say this does not. Again, it's unfortunate that I think there are people cheating somehow, or they're doing something shady. This, I don't feel like that, unless I'm dramatically missing how a mechanic works. I don't think this is a deck that is beating this. If you guys know how this deck can do it, I would love to know that. But I'm feeling like there's something shady going on here, because that just, none of this looks right. I'm not seeing. What's doing the damage to win. I just want to look at the guy who was second place. Heartstone, Amber Forge for the energy, multi-strike burnout. So a lot of people want Mind Collapse. So what am I missing with Mind Collapse? Because I couldn't get my Mind Collapse to do any damage. So he's just doing 30, like 3x time plus 30. The most blessed sword for AoE removal. But again, that's still a 50-50 chance that it doesn't get removed. And he didn't even take that. Like, it's hard to tell what wasn't removed. I also wonder if it's not showing me. See, this is what I would expect. Like, this is what I expect to see. 170 trample makes complete sense. A baseline draft doesn't really. The morsel, feast, packed morsels. So maybe I'm not doing something right with Shroud Spike. A lot of people did go Shroud Spike. Kills a morsel unit trigger eaten and gorge abilities if it had been eaten. So it does 2x the effect. Give units stealth, which gives you turns that you can attack and not take damage. So maybe the Engulfed in Smoke is something I did not appreciate and did not use to my advantage. That's probably a good card, especially for the 9x5. Being able to negate 4 out of those would be really good. The Mortal Entrapment's also a pretty awesome card. I can see that one being very good. So I think that this looks like a legitimate run to me. Yeah, this looks solid. This was a good run. Like, I feel like this, unless I'm missing some of the other two, or, and again, you also can't see if they like purge something out at the very end and get lucky at the last fight, so you don't see it. But this looks plausible and looks like a very conservative, solid method. He had a path on how he was going to do it. I feel like the Engulf with Smoke definitely helped him through some of the more difficult stages. So I can see that working. Multi-strike. A lot of people went with the most blessed sword. and then I am assuming you just go the way. So you do them. So here's what I'm thinking that I made a mistake. I feel like a mechanic was you get the most blessed sword, you get the morsels that add energy, and then you spike them to grow your energy. Maybe? I don't know. I get the fatal melting. That makes sense. And the Memento Mori makes sense. So again, I get this strategy. Interesting. All right, well, and he went the Warden route and the machine. And so he got his to 50 times 2, which is 100 damage. Okay, sorry. I like to learn. I like to take a look at the top 5. A few of them I feel don't tell me much because they look like they're legit, but I do like to learn each time I play. So that is the daily challenge. So again, don't win every day, which is I think is a blessing because I'll be able to chop this one down a little bit more and not make it a huge hour-long video. But that is the daily challenge Monster Train. It's still, even when I lose, fun because I like to learn the different metrics. In that case, having a way to kill the unit in the back and making the boss not deal 9 times 5 but 7 times 5 or 5 times 5, getting the units out quicker would have been a huge benefit to us. 9 times 5 that's 45 damage a swing is just way too much damage. Even with a damage shield, your damage shield's only going to block 1/5 of each piece of that, so it's just not very good. So this is Monster Train. It's a deck builder. It's currently out on Steam. It's an amazing game. I'll have the link to the Steam link forward down below if you want to check it out yourself. Hope you do enjoy the video. Thanks, giving me a toss, me a like will always help as I'm trying to produce more of these videos coming back. I'll have a video tomorrow for you on Monster Train. We're going to try the Hell Rush just to show you the difference. And then from there we'll pick a different game and I'll start promoting that. If I get a really good Monster Train run that I'm really proud of with the daily challenges, I may post that. Otherwise, as of after the Hell Rush video, we'll move on to a new showcase on a new game. So thank you guys very much. Have a great day, and thanks for watching.